Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another sim racing video. This time we are at Okayama, a track that is a little bit less known than some of the others, but it's a pretty awesome track and we're going to be driving it in the BMW M GT4. Now before starting this video, just wanted to give a little shout out to Cal Franson as well. It's a driver that we were facing off against earlier, and well, since then we've been in talks and it's been quite enjoyable. He gave us some very valuable feedback on the films that we do, as well as, you know, help us a little bit here. We've been in touch as well in joining one of their leagues in the TCR cars. No information on that yet, but that is gonna come. So when that comes, we're gonna be potentially joining that league as well. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Now that was actually pretty awesome to see. We had a little bit of talking back and forth about just about anything you can imagine. So this is racing related. It was quite fun. And now, well, back in the M4. And we're going to be starting off in P9 here. That was where we qualified. And it is going to be a 9th qualifying position here with a 149.84. This track is a little bit less known, I feel like, but it's pretty fun. And well, as the lights get out, we are underway. We just gotta make sure that we keep it clean on the first few laps here. That's gonna be the main objective. No guarantees anywhere, of course, but so far so good. And good part is we've got quite a bit of space here to try and do whatever we want, really. And to give you an idea as well as to how we started this one, with a 3.33 safety rating here. So many drivers gone off in front of us here. That's going to gain us a couple positions already. And our iRacing rating currently at 573. Quite fun to see, as we are going to get underway now over here at Okayama with a good start. I mean, we're up to P7 now, but it's going to prove quite tricky to maintain that position, as obviously we've got some very fast drivers that we're now ahead of thanks to the incidents. So we'll see how that one goes. As we are making our way through, we've got 14 minutes left of the race. And currently the M4 we're chasing is the M4 of Ian Voppel from Illinois, USA. And he's made a little bit of a slow exit, it feels like there. But obviously we're not able to go side by side as yet. But you're on the slipstream though. But there's also a car quite close to us already on our back. So we definitely got to make sure that we stay ahead, that we nail our lines. We're a little bit slower than the driver ahead of us through there. Keep distance, he's gone a little bit too wide, and we're going to get on the throttle earlier now. Immediately decide to close up as well. We're into the slipstream now. We're going to see if there's a way by. We're having a look, but we're not able to complete the move as of yet. So we're going to stay behind just a little bit longer. As we're coming into the Williams corner now, we're all good to go. We're in 4th gear. And we are just stable at the position that we basically started at, apart from that one incident. We've seen no overtakes and no drop positions here either. You can see that the gap behind is becoming a little bit smaller now. It's Justin Troutman behind us. I would absolutely love to get in closer. At the moment we're not seeing that he's there quite yet, but we got to make sure that we keep him out of the slipstream at least. Now, obviously this race is, as always, a fixed setup race. So it's all going to be about the driver capabilities here. Now we know that we're feeling quite confident when it comes to that. We got to be honest as well though, there's quite a bit on the line here for us. It would be a good position to get out of, and we were looking to increase both our safety rating as well as our drive rating in general. It would be nice to just get those up there. This time we're in a fairly low rank lobby compared to what we've seen before. We're not seeing many drivers here out here at 2 or 3k or even 6 or 7k like we've seen before in the past. This one is kind of all drivers that we should be able to meet at the level here. We do see that Ryan is skipping from us a slight bit though, but we are setting a really good lap in now. And it's going to be all about nailing those laps. We're going to be doing a 145.96 roughly. It's not bad at all. Now we're going to try and keep it going. You can see that Rayo's pushing the car to the absolute limit, but he's also going just slightly too wide sometimes. The lines that he's taking. We continue to chase. We've got a good first sector in so far. Just keep the car straight. Now it was noticed as well, this track was not one that we know quite well, so it's just going to be all about defending the positions that we have and just looking to minimize the damage when the faster drivers come across. So far we've managed to keep up with the pace here, and quite respectably so, I gotta say. It's good to see. Now the fastest lap currently belongs to Chase Adam. He's 3 seconds quicker per lap here. Our heart rate's gone up a little bit as well. It's currently at 110 roughly. As we get into the slower section of the track now, it's going to be this tight left-hander, then another one, and then just a straight, a very small one. And it's back to braking again before we go left and then right as well. Very tight turn combination, which we do manage quite well. But you can't really go too wide there because you got to make sure your entry is good for this corner. And a little bit over 10 minutes remaining now. We're going to be aiming to aim at least for that P7, I want to say, but there's no guarantees. Now this is season 4, week 4 for the people that were wondering. And this is the full track of Okayama International Circuit. It's a track that I personally love, I gotta say. Not one you see every day, and that's a shame because this track, it just looks and goes really well if you ask me. Putting the corners together nicely here. We're not able to create much more of a gap, but the gap also isn't really getting any bigger to the driver ahead of us now. Here's a move down the inside potentially, not there yet though, and Mr. Trautman is looking to knock on the door here. Gave it a good shout, but unfortunately not able to do it. We're just going to continue as if nothing's happened here. We're just going to be focusing on our own lines, and then we'll see what happens, I suppose. So far so good. We do know that Marco Bau, the current driver behind us, does have the pace. He's actually overtaken Justin Trautman now. He was trying to go for a move on us. They've swapped around positions. Now they're both in green BMWs. We make a slight mistake, and that might allow the driver next to us to go for a mover. Down the inside he goes, and Marco Bau's going to be able to take that position. A little bit of a touche with another driver here. Trautman is through for the time being. A little bit of a touch again here. It is quite messy all around here. There's a driver not coming out to a right as well. It's really awesome racing out we're seeing here. Do we dare to steer in fully? Yes we do, but oh man, that was close. We do gain the other positions as of now, but the other driver ahead of us is well clear. Now opening up to the right, it's going to be Stephen West here looking to come around as well. It's gonna have the inside line in the first corner, so we need to make sure we stick around here. Still there, and then we go a little bit too wide. Yeah, small mistake made, and that's gonna cost us 2. A little bit of an off track too. That's not gonna help us at all when it comes to the incident points. And as well, lads, thank you guys all so much for the support recently. The views have been awesome, and just seeing this channel grow and seeing Sven grow as a sim racer is very fun to see. So thank you guys all so much as well. Now as for the thing that I was talking about earlier, the discussion we had with Calder, called Wilver Racing. They've got their own TCR series which we might participate in, which was going to be quite exciting. I can't really say I know much about the TCR cars. I mean, they're front wheel drive and hard to drive as well. It's, as far as I remember, quite understeery, but they're a lot of fun to drive as well. You really gotta fish for grip sometimes. This is all good. 7 minutes on the clock here, and so far we're stuck in P10 it looks like. I'll be trying to stay on this position at a minimum here, hoping that more opportunities might come. The driver ahead of us now, Justin Trautman, has just been doing his own thing over his lap times, and now they're quite similar to ours here. He's been driving in no man's land for a while, and obviously we have had a little bit of a slower lap as well coming in now, and that is quite a wide move going on there over to the right. He's going to try to outbrake and get close. Yes he is, and Doesn't dare to go to the move here yet. Here it is currently Katsu. Tsunaga is behind us. Doesn't get by on the first attempt at least here. Now he's got a little bit of a gap towards us here. There's 6 minutes on the clock remaining. There's a yellow flag out as there's a car who's facing the wrong way, and that's going to be a very easy overtake there. It's Ryan. Well, we were fighting a little bit earlier, who's found himself into the barrier, I'm afraid as well. It looks like his bumper was actually disconnected for the car as well. He's had a big shunt somewhere. That's what's going to cost him quite a bit of time to get going, plus the fact that he's got damage on this car now, which you will definitely feel as well. Now coming back to the slower side of the circuit here, we're all good to go, and we're going to try and keep it clear.
You're pulling away from the car behind.
Now we also get the confirmation we're getting away from the driver behind us here, which is awesome to see. We make our way over through this right-hander. This hairpin is quite long, and as we get out of it, it's going to be on the throttle as hard as we can. Keep it on the outside line. We're a little bit slower than anticipated, but so far we're good when it comes to the gap behind us. Onto the straight we go. Once again, making our way into the first corner soon.
35.938.
Well, we do keep working on the lap times here. We're actually one of the few drivers who's still in the 140s though when it comes to the average time. The time will come, but obviously that was bound to happen with us not knowing the track as well as was a little bit less time to practice this time around. That's just how it is sometimes. Right-hander. There's actually a tiny bit of banking into that too. As you can see here, demonstrated nicely. We keep at it here. Now we're quite far away from Justin Troutman ahead, but we're also quite far away from Katsu Matsunaga behind us. So we've got a little bit of a drive in no man's land happening here. We just got to make sure we keep on it. The driver behind, however, is a bigger threat than the driver ahead when it comes to threatening our race position here. We're all good to go yet again. We're kind of getting into similar lap times here, so we're not really seeing that much action at the moment. Or a beautiful BMW M4 GT4. I must say I'm a huge fan of M4 GT4. It's really nice to see that we've got such an awesome spec series to spectate every single time. It's quite intense. It's quite a heavy car with low downforce, but power is there, and I must say it sounds and looks really good.
Just set the fastest lap. 35.429.
More fastest laps being set, and it was Marco Bauer, driver that we actually were seeing a bit earlier on. He's now set the fastest race lap here. So we keep it going. Our heart rate's kind of calmed down now that we're kind of driving alone. It's just going to be a matter of nailing all the exits and nailing all the entries, and then we're just going to be okay for what it is right now. We absolutely nail that as well. It's a good exit line compared to what we usually have, and now we just keep at it here. Notice as well, we've got a tiny bit of incidents this time around. We've got some off tracks, we've got some slight contacts too, and that's what's going to be impacting our safety rating here negatively, unfortunately. The limit on the corners through here, we're a little bit slower than usual though, so keeping up is going to prove difficult. Now Katsu behind us really isn't getting any closer though, so that's a good sign. Also seems to be struggling. Perhaps what's that worth right now? There's 2 minutes left on the clock here. The fastest lap time currently being a 1:35. We're going to be able to get a lap or two in. All depending where the driver who's in the lead currently, Chase Adams, to finish. Now we're going to see if we can stay ahead of the drivers behind us now. We started this race here in a grid of 17 drivers in total, where we managed to start in the exact position that we're in at the moment here. Obviously, we've been overtaken a couple times, but there's also been some incidents. And at some point, we also saw Ryan crash out, and that's kind of led us to the same position that we were in earlier. Keep at it here. Right-hander looking good, and take quite a bit of space as to what over towards the left now. Now we are actually on a projected fastest lap as well, which I haven't seen in a long while. Keep at it here. This time a really good exit here as we come into the slower section of the circuit here. We gotta make sure we stay on it. A little bit too late on the steering there. It's cost us quite a bit of time, but we're all good towards the drivers behind us. So we're just looking to set personal records here. Mainly keeping it clean. That's gonna be the most important thing for now. Safety rating and consistency. There's not much else that we can ask for. Obviously the GT4 series is one that is contested quite heavily. Quite a lot of drivers seem to like this series, and I get why. They're appealing cars most definitely here. The time now almost officially up here.
White flag this time.
There it is. That time coming out, and it's going to be a new record for us while also the white flag's out.
You've just set your fastest lap of the session.
And now we just got to nail every single bit here over towards the end. Now, as it's looking right now, we're going to finish P9 out of 17. Definitely not horrible, but what I also wanted to say, it's quite funny to see that Ryan is still going at it strongly here, still looking to improve and do as well as he could. Quite faster there. Also look at the bottom screen from time to time. That's how you definitely get a true definition of speed. You can just see how good the car actually sounds, and it's definitely an interesting POV to watch as well from time to time. As we're looking to go across the straight one more time before we get into the slower sector, we're most likely going to finish this race in the same position we started on, so not losing, not gaining any. And that is just how it is sometimes. Once again, we got an edit. The driver ahead is just so far gone. Chase Adams here will win the race as well. Most likely, as he's doing so incredibly well. It would be well deserved. As we come in, it's going to be a little bit of a I don't want to say boring finish here, but definitely one not so eventful race towards the end there, as we're doing all good here. There's the checker flag. Chase Adams gonna win the race. With Liam Conrad behind him as well. We're gonna finish P9, not bad at all. That's gonna help us move up some positions in the championship here.
There's the flag. It's over.
So that's gonna be 25 points for us in total here. Moving our total season standings up. But the season standings for this race only, we're 1410th out of 1969. Total championship points now add up to 122, a quite respectable number. And because we've been so consistent on our attendances, it's actually helped us move up yet again. We're going to be in the top 600. We are position 599 here out of 4,044. So that's definitely a good result. Now to make it more interesting as well, we've picked up 3 incident points, which is good enough here to up our safety rating a little bit here. We've boosted that one up to 3.38, so that's going to be a small upgrade of 0.05, but every improvement's an improvement, and our iRacing rating has also come up with that here. It's currently stuck at a pretty respectable number now, 590, so we're getting there. We're definitely improving, we're definitely moving up here, and this time P9 exit's gonna do us quite well, so we're just gonna make sure we make it into the finish. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have enjoyed this video as well, make sure to give us a like and subscribe to the channel as well, as we are gonna slowly but surely roll into the pits here for the last time. We have finished. It was a good lap, and well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video massively. Yeah, support on the channel has been incredible, so I'm very glad that you guys are enjoying all the content, and we're gonna make sure that we keep that consistency going when it comes to the uploads. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ricky from RTC Broadcasting. I hope to see you guys later. Please subscribe to the Sim Racer as well. And then we're going to be back with a new video soon in the Formula 4. So I hope to see you guys there as well. Bye bye.